Rocking with pettyblog.com.
I can't be on the petty blog.
Petty. I wonder what pet T means. Like, does she have a pet that she really likes? Petty and T. I was so dumb.
So they already know that I'm dropping the T. So let's get right into it. But first, let's rewind a little bit. MasterP's 25-year-old daughter, Tatiana Miller, passed away on May 27 of this year. Rest in peace, gorgeous. And the family put out a statement in unison that read, "Our family is dealing with an overwhelming grief for the loss of my little sister, Tatiana. We respectfully request some privacy so that our family can grieve. We appreciate all of the prayers, love, and support. And although this is sad times, we are forever grateful for the memories we did have with our amazing sister. Love on your loved ones, life is short." Signed, Romeo Miller and the Miller family. And in case you're wondering, he is the eldest of the bunch, so that's why he was appointed to release this statement. But yeah, Tatiana was suffering from mental illness and substance abuse, and it was documented on television.
I dropped everything to get here. You could have been dead. We're gonna have to take this drug test.
As y'all saw, Romeo and her father tried their best to save her and to help her as best as they can. But unfortunately, mental illness is real, so sometimes there's nothing you can do. Her official cause of death was revealed last month, and for lack of a better word, it was from a self-inflicted fentanyl intoxication. So yeah, with that said, as y'all can imagine, the family is still grieving. Master P lost a daughter, Lil Romeo lost a younger sister, etc, etc. Lil Romeo took to his page and wrote, "Tatiana Miller, born August 1st, 1996. 25 years of adventure, 2.5 decades of sweet memories, 309 months of making your siblings smile, 9,430 days of making your parents proud, 226,000 plus hours of love, joy, and growth, but most importantly, one blessed life with one amazing daughter. Some of my best memories are those days we just bump throwback Mariah Carey and just vibe out in the car. So that's what I'll do all day today. Big brother loves you infinity. God got one of the coolest and nicest people up there now. Rest in heaven, TT, and happy birthday." And that's what he posted on her 26th birthday. And for some of you who may know, Master P and Romeo's mother have been at odds in the past, and Romeo was always taking his father's side. But ever since he became a parent and his sister passed away, now he's been shifting back towards his mother. He unfollowed his father months ago and made this post that says, "Becoming a parent on my own, I've realized that my mom has been a secret superhero this entire time. It's not easy raising a child, yet alone 7. You don't get your roses enough, mama, and I apologize for that. Thank you for being your kid's first best friend, and thank you for being an example that love overpowers perfection." And that was his mother's birthday shout out. Now, fast forward, DJ tWitch took his own life, and Romeo, who could relate because his sister took her life, posted a video of tWitch in his stories and wrote, "You never know what one is going through, rest up," and that was that. But then his father, Master P, also made a post for DJ tWitch, and that irritated Romeo's soul. Here's what his father wrote. "RIP to the one and only dancing DJ tWitch, and salute Snoop Dogg for celebrating him. These are crazy times we are living in. You can be smiling one day and gone the next. He was supposed to be a guest DJ on a concert we were having January 13th. Life is too short. Appreciate your loved ones. Mental illness is real." So then Romeo took to his story and wrote, "Today was a boiling point. I seen a man avoid his own children's struggles with suicide and depression, but post another man who passed today that he doesn't even know? Y'all idols be lost. Better stop following the blind. Watch when it's revealed." Forehead slap. Then he followed that with, "Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in people and start seeing what they show you." And he followed that with Bible scriptures. And here is his father, Master P's response. He wrote, "This new generation of kids need to stop blaming their parents for everything. How do they think they got to where they are without their parents making sacrifices for them? Mental illness is real, and so many families are tragically affected by it, especially when they added trauma like death of a loved one. Social media is not the place for healing. Son, I love you. Stop trying to get people to feel sorry for you, and let's come up with a solution. You can come talk to your father and your family like a man. You have kids too. No family is perfect, but together with God, we can heal and get through this." Which Romeo reposted and wrote, "Geesh, talk about gaslighting. I truly believe my pops did the best he could from his understanding, but he's painted a picture of success and perfection that has caused more harm than good. I have no other choice but to speak my truth. An artist's truth is all they have. It's why I stepped away the first time as a kid. And then he posted a long poem captioned, "A poem," because poetry is one of the most powerful forms of therapy. Let's educate and break these cycles together. Your mental health is just like a muscle that needs to be built and treated. The next generation will grow stronger because of our truths, and as a man of God, I know mines will one day too. The tree of trauma. Oh wait, y'all really gonna make me read all this?
That's why I'm so sick of these things. I've been like, you won't think something about that.
Okay, so it says, the tree of trauma. Dear giants, why do you want to be patted on the back so badly for doing good, when as God-fearing men and women, we are supposed to do that? Why do you feel the need to promote and hold a product on every interview just to validate your worth? Don't the people see that? How is the media one day your best friend and then the next liars? Whether it's the past or the present, karma has never been known for a liar. So why complain when we signed up for a job that reads no privacy required?
But you have to know what you're signing up for.
How are we in a household of God and can't even pray for the lost ones that's kin to me? How come it took my daughter being born to finally realize that we are blindly being fed the enemy? How if I really speak my truth, my family legacy will crumble? That's like telling a boxer he has no right to rumble. Imagine telling a butterfly she has no right to fly, then that butterfly has died before she has even died. Why is being right to strangers so much more important than being vulnerable at home? Probably because that little boy is just in a body that's grown. Heal, kid, heal. It's the only way to really feel. Why is it that I'm soaring and my siblings are not? Probably because our father didn't give them the same time on the clock. Chase the money or chase the family. You can't do both because now you are gambling. Why is it that you can't take the same heat as our mother can? Mama weathered the dragon of the media for years with no voice because she doesn't kneel to man. It's no challenge. The power of woman outweighs the power of man. How is it okay to ridicule one in public for their mistakes but protect the other because of his role? My mother was broken for years publicly and still from the concrete she rose. If people really knew your truth, you'd be strong like mama too. And although she might not be known for gold, no matter what her family put her through, her heart never turned blue. Regardless of the damage, just look deep, because behind every great king, there was a queen that carried on his curses that was never seen. I write this because although I didn't live the life that they may have painted in the scenes, I do understand compared to most that me and my father have lived the American dream. But what about the ones behind us that was never seen? Just look between the lines of day and night. No matter what you preach, this is how you save a life. I've tried and tried behind the walls that hide, but maybe social media is the only way to open up this giant's eyes. Romeo Miller. Wow, that was so deep, y'all. Whew. And it was directed directly to his father. Look, I agree with Romeo that his father has done the best from his perspective, but Romeo is crying out for help. You know, like, he's going through it. He just lost his sister, and he's now realizing that it's not all about money. But MasterP, even in responding to Romeo on video, which I'm about to show y'all, he's holding up a product in his hand. And it's like, dude, stop hustling for 1 second and listen to your children. Like, for real. It's not all about money, bro. It's not.
Mental illness is real. It's destroying families.
And that's clearly what Romeo was trying to convey in this poem. But yeah, let's continue. So in addition to MasterP putting up this in his stories, he also posted it to his page and captioned it, "I wouldn't wish this on no parent, especially when you try to do everything you can for your kids. Romeo, what's the plan? You are either part of the problem or the solution. I love you and the door is always open for you, but I won't tolerate disrespect. I haven't talked to you or seen you in months. God knows I've tried to do my best." And under it, Romeo was leaving comments that say, "This was my last straw, Pops. Stop trying to play the victim. I loved you so much that I followed you blindly for 30 plus years. You know what we've talked about behind closed doors. You aren't the man who you paint to be, and why is it war because I refuse to follow your lead? You only want to protect your image, but the image isn't even real. And I don't need anyone to feel sorry for me, Pops. I'm truly a man of God. If you are really a man of God, then you will prevail in the end, even when I share my truth. I've tried to keep things in-house. You are addicted to social media and unfortunately use this app as therapy. 3K plus posts? eye emoji. And when the world find out about the finances, outside of a gift or a car, I've never been paid for anything I've accomplished as Lil Romeo. Uncle C and Silk know you only pay outsiders rightfully so they'll speak good on your name. I'm at peace because I can now speak my truth and help others. Mom was always right, your pride is everything. Yikes. Woo! But he did not stop there, y'all. There is more. He also wrote, Dad, please stop reading the comments and editing your caption. I'm the one who set up the family meeting to talk after TT death. That meeting was regarded as disrespectful for being transparent. I pulled up to the crib time and time after that, and you deflect. I've texted you countless times, and you reply and deflect. Social media is the only way you communicate. Now you want to talk? Anything to protect that image, shrug.
The biggest and the easiest way to fail is to care what others think about you.
And when this person wrote, nah, I feel you, P. You gave them kids a good life and opportunities. What they do with it is on them. They ain't come up poor or needed for anything. To which Romeo replied and said, all my siblings are broke, bro. Never even had money to afford college. Wow, what? And nothing is wrong with that. He just shouldn't paint a certain life that isn't real. One big house to stunt in is a minimum way of thinking. Wow. Wow, who would have thought, right? But let's continue because there is more. When someone was just in shock as I just was and was in disbelief, Romeo replied and said, that's what he would love the world to believe. It's better for the image than him not having it. Oh, wow. Wow. So MasterP ain't as rich as y'all thought. But I digress. When this person wrote, you set the foundation financially for the family we can all agree on. But it's more to that than just money. That's my only gripe with the older generation. Just cause money was put doesn't mean it's enough. Other than that, I hope y'all solve your family issues privately. God bless y'all. This father person wrote, these whining ass soft kids need to get a grip. To which Romeo replied, I've been taking care of my pops, bro. Never touched no Lil Romeo money. All went to pay his IRS taxes. I've been more than loyal. The truth will set us all free. Wow. Just wow. Man, listen. Ciao. And when this person wrote, you had a better life than me, I don't blame my peoples. Romeo said, man, we've been living month to month since I was 18. Shit's a mirage. Wow. That means that it's a facade, y'all. It's all an illusion. In other words, Master P being rich is not real, and Romeo has been carrying him since he was 18, and now he's 33, so for 15 years, he's been paying his daddy's bills and letting his father stunt. Wow, I would have never thought that, y'all. But then again, Master P don't make no music, he don't got no artists, he be selling chips and cereal, and like, who really buys those? No shade, but have any of you ever purchased from him? I'm just saying. But let's get to Master P's last post response. He wrote, I thought this was about DJ Twitch and about my daughter's death. This is heartbreaking. You just exposed that this is really about money. I watch other celebrities go through this. I'm not playing into this anymore. God knows the truth. I'm at peace. I worked hard to get my family out the ghetto. Every time I fell off, I got up and went to work. I didn't blame anyone for my failures. You started this social media rant. So what's your plan besides showing the world you're entitled, spoiled at 30 plus, and throwing a tantrum on social media? I never claimed to be perfect. I'm not afraid to admit I'm still growing as a man and a parent. Everybody deals with death in different ways. I get it. I'm just an ATM for this family. I don't care about an image. The bloggers can have their laughs this week. I'm going to keep working, keep praying, and letting God guide me. Mental illness is real. And he also captioned the post the same exact thing as the post. But wow, that is a lot to take in. But let's take a look at a few responses. This person wrote, at this point, you are adding more trauma to your healing as a parent and to your son. You said yourself, social media is not a place to heal, but yet you keep posting. This is disappointing to say the least about you. Call your child. The person under it wrote, he's grown. As a parent, you did your job. He grew up in a mansion and a Bentley with no money or financial problems. Y'all should have cut the umbilical cord 10 years ago. I mean, according to Romeo, it was cut 15 years ago, and he's been secretly taking care of his dad since. I mean, but his comment was written before Romeo responded, so of course he didn't see it. But next, this person wrote, man, your kid's crying for your attention, big dog. You looked over one, don't look over another one. That's deep. This person wrote, there's mental health and there's mental illness. They aren't the same, and this term should not continuously be used when a person is expressing their thoughts or feelings. Being expressive is not an illness. Every single person walking this earth has mental health. There is no health without mental health. So to see a father being dismissive of how his child is being expressive and labeling him with an illness instead of being supportive is very disheartening. Don't just let God. Take action as a man and father while you can. Hearts. The person under it wrote, bullshit, a father should take the lead. Get off social media and be a grown black man. Next person wrote, at this point, you need to be the bigger person, the parent, and go visit your son and have a talk. Too many black families broken over things like this. Don't become a stereotype. God loves and expects the same from us. It has to be you who speaks to your son and heal together. This person wrote, not gonna lie, I'm glad we didn't have social media back in the day, cause my mama would've laid my shit bare for me online if I thought for a second I was going to media to argue with her. I don't blame you, and I'm not falling out with my parents over no money. I don't care what principles it stood on. Man, oh man, we are going to pray that Romeo and MasterP gets through this and get back cool again like they once were, because like the last person said, money should not get in between family. But unfortunately, we see every day that it really does. But honestly, I think that their issue is deeper than that. And I think it really stems from the loss of Tatiana, because like MasterP says, death could really break a family apart. You know, everybody grieves differently. One person might want to talk about something, the other might not. So that alone could cause a huge gap and divide families, you know, because everybody's grieving differently.
Losing a child, people want you to grieve a certain way.
So Romeo was probably telling his father that he should have been a better father at the meeting or whatever, or should have found ways to stop Tatiana. I don't know. But
maybe I could save the people's lives in my family. Maybe people in my family don't listen.
I could do good without rehab.
I think we should get some professional help.
all in all, it's sad, and we're going to pray for this family. I think that they're both good people, Romeo and MasterP. Their hearts are in the right place, so we hope that they heal.
Try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo. Like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me hustle and do my thing, why you not where you want to be at? Because that means you're not listening. But you can't get mad at me, because I really thought this was about, the only reason I entertained this on social media, I thought this was about the DJ tWitch post I put up, and I thought this was about my daughter's death. I thought you was grieving. Mental illness is real. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. And for any parent that's going through this, because I know that it brings people closer together or it tear them apart. But I come from nothing, y'all. And I could go back. I'm cool with it. I won't be angry at God. I won't be upset. I won't go get mad and be disrespectful to my parents and none of that stuff. I'm just saying, Dad, thank you for putting me in this world, not to get out and hustle and go do my thing. But that's the problem. When you take kids and you kind of like protect them from the real struggle and the pain, and you don't allow them to deal with their own consequences. And then when they grow older, the saddest thing about that, this is what the people want to see. They want to see destruction. So if you destroy me, what are you going to do for the rest of the family? Are you going to take care? I'm just not helping ungrateful people. I'm not an ATM machine. People can't just say they love me when I give them something. I'm tired of that, y'all. Any other parents, you could be rich or poor at a smaller level. You might give your kid $10, but if that's all you got, I've always fell off, got back up, hustled, did my thing. I'm tired of all these blog sites and all this stuff, poking and having fun. Y'all can, but I'm about to go back to work and do what I got to do. I love my family. My door is always open for my son. To be honest, because we shouldn't have to go through this. And if I'm wrong, forgive me. I'm apologizing to you if I'm wrong. I'm still a work in progress. I come from nothing. Everybody go through trauma. I'm dealing with this right now, but I love going out into the community and helping people. That's the way I heal. Allow me to heal. I don't have to be sitting around moaning and crying and all. I can't get my daughter back. But I got to get out there and keep a legacy going, keep a name going. So let's do this in love and let's do this in peace. Because this is what the system wants. Think about it. We're stronger together. But you older now. So you got to lead by example for the rest of the kids. And we're going to get through this. I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all prayers. We need it. And God going to do what he got to do. You know, I'm not going to come on here no more. So bloggers and everything else is cool. Whatever you want to deal with Romeo. Whatever y'all think he's saying is true or whatever, that's cool too. I can live with it. I'm at peace now. I had to speak my piece.
Mental health is real, and we hope that they go to therapy together or something, because there's nothing worse than when a family feuds. But what are y'all thinking? We really want to know, so leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like this video, share this content, and if it's your first time here, be sure to sub to this channel for more. And be sure to also hit that bell to join the notification gang. PettyBlog.com, signing out.